welcome to this balance, tone, and strength practice class. This is a preview of what you will enjoy when you take a regular, full strength, balance, and tone class. It's always good to have your favorite music playing to motivate you when you're doing your strength training. I'm just going to give you a few safety points that you can do now so that you'll be better prepared for your strength training class. First of all, I'm going to use the chair to demonstrate some movements that can help avoid or reduce injuries, especially if you're dealing with weights. And while we're on the topic of weights, get weights that's loaded for your fitness capacity. If you haven't done weight training before, we don't want to start with 50 pounds. Your body has a weight, and gravity is your best friend. So you can use the gravity and your own movement for your beginning strength training. So let's take a seat, a chair with no arms, preferably no wheels. Find a chair and sit down. Now you can sit comfortable in the chair, but try to have that posture so that you're sitting straight up. Right now I want you to raise your foot. Why? Because our ankles give us a lot of problems. So if you just practice rotating it, rotating your toe, making a circle with your toe, and then reversing it, that's loosening up that area where we tend to not move, because when you walk front and back. You just lift heels and the ball of your foot, but this rotation helps loosen us up. Rotation of your foot helps to loosen your ankles. Now what I like to do is imagine that the top of my toe is the tip of a pencil, and I'm going to write my name. So I'm going to write my name. My name is Gloria. I'm a senior fitness specialist with Fit to Dance 2, but I am just trying to get to the A in my name on the other side. So whatever you do on one side, do on the other. You'll find that one side may be more flexible or more mobile than the other, and that's normal. The main objective is for you to move. Take that foot. Now, if you're having a problem with lifting it because of your knees, that's the next thing that we're going to show you that you can do to strengthen these knees. Now, if you're able to scoot to the edge of your chair, do that now. Sit up tall, keep your tummies firm, lift your leg, push it out. If you need help, just grab the bottom of it. Just grab the bottom of your thigh, the back of your thigh, and just start moving it out and in. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. This is out and in. You can go to the floor with your heel and back, or you can lift it a little bit, and if you can't, take it all the way to the top. I'll do it on this side. Heel, back, heel, back. Now where I'm sitting is not the way you should sit. I'm just showing you. But let me stand up and do this the right way. Here. And you're sitting at the edge of your chair. You can grab the back of your thighs, lift up, push out as far as you can. Bring it back in as far as you comfortably can. If you get to a point where you go out, that doesn't feel good, then back away from that length. Go to your range of motion. And the more you do this, the better you will feel in your knees. Sometimes you might hear some little crackling or popping, and that's okay. That's your knees saying, thank you. You're moving me. You're giving me strength. Okay, now to stand up, you can stand up, and the reason why I want you to stand up is because the next thing we're going to do is show you how to do a squat. Now, when I stood up, holding my chair to make sure I am sitting on my chair. A good way to stand, if you can, crossing your arms like this, leaning over at the hinge, hinging at the waist, and pushing yourself up, putting the weight on the back of your foot. And when you come up, you grab that lower back and push it forward like, ah. That tightens this up. And that's what you want to do. So when you're going down, you can go down to sit all the way in the chair, bring yourself up, push up. Now you don't have to touch the chair. You can just like, oops, I think I'm gonna sit down, but I changed my mind. So you go down as far as you can and squeeze up. And when you're squeezing up, you're squeezing your glutes, you're squeezing your abs, you're lifting up. Some people put their hands here for balance, squeeze it up. And you do this, you'll notice that the exercise you just did with your knees really helps out a lot. So you squeeze up, down, squeezing, down. Now there's a modified way to do this. If you don't want to go all the way down to the chair, you can do what I call a baby squat. Just squat, just a little one right here. Up and down, squeeze, here, squeeze. You go down as far as you can. There's another exercise, another fitness. This is a movement that will help strengthen your arms. Now, it is called a push-up. If you're not strong in your arms, you can start pushing from the wall. So the lower you go, the more intense the push-up is. You can take your hands right here and stand close to the wall and just push here with your arms. Your arms are not out, they're in. Here, the closer you are, the less the resistance. The farther you are, with a straight back, you push up, keep your hands flat on the wall, down, push up, inhale, exhale, pushing back. Inhale, exhale. That's one way. It's a really good feeling. The other is to lean on the chair. That's a little bit lower. Now your back is straight. So it's not here, it's not here. It's a straight back with a good posture. You go down, push up. Down, push up. Now, my chair is round. The best chair is one that's flat so that you don't have to have that roundness when you're trying to push up. You can keep your hands firm. So here, up. The other thing you can do is step in, one foot, go in, push up. Bend that knee, push up. Here, give it resistance, push up. You're not bending over your body like this. You're squeezing in, pushing back. You will do the same thing on the other side. You're gonna bend that front knee, in, push back. Here, push back. Here, push back. Now, it is recommended to do the same number of repetitions. In other words, the same move on both sides. So if you're doing push-ups on the wall, on the chair, or on the floor, military style, take a break in between those repetitions. If you're pushing up on the wall and you can do 4, take a break, shake your arms out. If you can do 8, then take a break until you are able to just do as many repetitions until you're exhausted. When you're exhausted, then you stop. That's for more advanced. Now, while we have our chair here, there's a warm-up that is also a toning that you might see in a class. And where some classes they're marching as a warm-up, you will see an instructor bring the leg all the way up. I'll turn to the side. The leg is up here and down, up and down. Now, instead of bringing your hands down to it, which is kind of like a dance move, your hands will be right here, steady. And you're gonna bring the knee up to it. You're gonna bring your knee up to it. Now, your hands may have to go lower and bring it up to it. It doesn't matter as long as you are moving. And eventually, you'll find yourself that you can bring it up, because as you're bringing that leg up, you're keeping this firm. You're watching your posture, dropping your shoulders, breathing in and blowing out, and just keeping a rhythm of where you're going. And then as you get better, you'll be able to raise your hand and bring your knee to your hand. That is a very simple way that you can begin to warm up and work your lower body. There's one other movement on the back of the chair, using a chair, that I want to show you. Now, you can use a chair, or if you have a countertop where there's space behind you, you can also use a countertop. What you want to make sure of is that it is firm and can support your weight. So if you're on a chair, if you have a chair, you can step forward, the same position where the front leg is bent. And now we're going to lift so that we can tighten up and firm up this area behind the back of our thighs and our buttocks. So you're here, you're leaning in, you have your balance, the weight is on both legs. You just bring that leg up. Now look at my body, it's leaning forward, and then bring it back. Bring it up. And the reason why you would want to lean forward until you strengthen your lower back is because you don't want to arch that lower back up. The objective is to strengthen this part of your leg. So it's up and down. And the movements are not fast, they're repetitive on both sides. So we'll do the other side. Breathe in. It doesn't matter whether you look good or whether you're dressed nice or whether you have perfect form. The objective is to get you moving. You can develop towards perfection, but you don't have to be perfect to start moving your body to get stronger. Now let's turn the chair back around in the front. If you have weights, your weights should be weights that you know you can push at least 4 times without being fatigued. If you do not have weights, your hands and your arms have the weight in them. Your arms have a weight, and gravity is your friend. So if you just pull your hand up like this, conscious or not, you're resisting the gravity that's trying to pull it down. That's a natural body weight. So when you have a strength training class and they say this is body weight, that's what we're talking about. So let's stretch up, exhale, and let it relax down. We did a warm up to get our bodies ready. I showed you a few moves to strengthen your ankles, your knees, your glutes, and when you're sitting in the chair upright, you're actually strengthening your core. I hope to see you in a strength training class. I will be a participant myself because I love a strength class. Take care until we meet again, and I hope to see you in class. Thank you. I'm Gloria Harris, Senior Fitness Specialist with Fit to Dance 2.